All right. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Let's check the audio and make sure that it works because I've been having issues. All right. Hey, it works. Excellent. So we are all set. Sorry for the late start. I'll tell you why that happened in a minute. No announcements. I hope you guys enjoyed the book review videos. I had an absolutely amazing time Friday night, hanging out. Hey, Arson. Hey. You just got on live video. What? Not your first time. So I am still staying with Julia Turiansky. I don't know if your parents want you on video. Can we check with JD? Before we do that, before we put kids on video, that just walk in. So let's do this, just in case, and we go from there. So had an absolutely awesome time. You having a good time? Yeah. All right, cool. Had an absolutely awesome time. Friday night we can go back. Yeah. I'm off to Houston today. I'm flying from Austin to Houston. Yes, I know how ridiculous that sounds as well. Friday night, thank you everyone for coming out to the Moon Tower Saloon. We had a great time. They were like inspirational people. I actually need to shave. This looks ridiculous. Had an absolutely awesome time. And sorry, looking at messages. Anyway, that's why I didn't do a video yesterday. I just wanted to kind of enjoy that. Shout out to Ray, shout out to Paul, shout out to Rudy, everyone else that came out, but especially those guys. I think Rudy's watching. Thanks, Rudy. Listen, thanks for coming out, man. Like, I don't want to talk about these guys' life stories on air, but like, had an amazing time. All right, let's go to screen share. So one of the reasons why I was a little bit late is because I am gonna try to keep posting my. So this is my Mastodon account. It's on bithackers.org, which could be confusing because it doesn't say Mastodon. But this is the bithackers.org federated Twitter competitor called Mastodon, and at Tone Vays at bitcoinhackers.org on Mastodon. I'm not really sure how this federated model works, but this is my account. Currently has 600 followers. I also have additional good news. I was able to secure tonevays.com on Gab. Now, Gab barely works because their servers are grossly overloaded. And I am being told that unlike Parler, Gab should not be deplatformed because they run their own servers and not on AWS. So thank you to the person that secured Tonevays at Tonevays on Gab 2 years ago. And that person was able to find me, and he was eventually able to log into my Tonevays account, and then very graciously decided to let me have it. Normally, I just assume that trolls get it. So Tonevays on Gab is my official account, and all of this is leading to me leaving Twitter. And I never really used Facebook, but I may be deleting that account as well. That one is going to be more painful to delete, even though I don't have that many Facebook connections and I never used Facebook. I had Facebook since I was a kid. And it's just like there's connections there from people like, like high school and stuff. And even though I don't talk to these people, there's always an option to talk to them. And deleting Facebook becomes more challenging. But I have no problem deleting Twitter with my 200,000 followers. I just don't care. What they're doing for censorship, for censoring people, is insane. Anyway, I just got this account. It literally only has 17 followers. Tonevays is me. Now, just so you guys know, Tone_Vays is also me, but I'm not going to be using that one. So Tone_Vays is also me, but this is this has more followers, but I'm not going to be using this account. but that is also my account. Gab works painfully slow because they just don't have the bandwidth capacity. Hopefully they will get that. Also, you can't update anything. Like, it just works absolutely terribly. Neither one of these has an app. Gab has been deplatformed by Play Store and Apple. Apple and Google deplatformed Gab. You can get it on your phone. You can go to their website. And you can kind of get the app, which is the web interface, but it has an app. I don't know how well it works, but anyway. So yeah. But my main account on Gab is going to be at Tone Vays. I will slowly transition. By end of year, I will probably transition to Gab from Twitter, because I don't want to support Twitter. I want that company to go bankrupt. That company can go to hell, along with Facebook. And one day I will switch from YouTube as well. All right, that was a long-winded convo. Let's talk about the charts. I can't believe the month is more than halfway past. Now, this month was always going to be a bit tricky, because I'm always cautious about months that follow the MRI top months. We topped on one of those back in 2017, twice actually, and this was also an MRI top, right on the money there, but you just can't see it in the aggregate, but you see it on Mt. Gox. This one topped 2 candles past. That was that first bubble. If we're lucky, this month is going to be good, and then the next month is going to be the big month. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm still bullish. I am still bullish. Maybe I'm biased based on the disastrous political environment, but I am still bullish. Here's the weekly chart. I am still anticipating a huge rise into end of month. Maybe not. I mean, we just got delayed. I really thought we would be at new all-time highs by Monday, and Monday is coming really soon. And the chances of being at new all-time highs by Monday are now very, very small, but they're still there. This has not yet been a disastrous candle. We are still at 36,000. I have loaded up more GBTC on Friday. I am almost fully invested in Bitcoin right now. And I am putting up my condo for sale. I'm being a little slow on doing that. And when I do, that gives me more money to put into Bitcoin, basically, or into something else that I think is more useful than Bitcoin, which are few and far between things. Anyway, here's the weekly chart. The week is going to flip over in about 7 hours. And I believe next week is going to be bullish. Here's the daily chart. The daily chart has been a little bit disappointing. However, we bounced pretty early. We bounced very strong and very early. We bounced 23% for $7,000, almost $8,000 in a mere 2 days. If we can replicate that over the next 24 hours, we would be back at new all-time highs. Well, maybe not 24, but maybe in the next 48 hours. We would be back to new all-time highs. So far, today's candle is very, very encouraging. We have not had a new closing low. We have not had a new swing close, even though a new swing close would need to go all the way down to 30. This is a very, very bullish and optimistic candle. If this candle closes green or white, if this candle closes as a bullish candle, this sets us up to follow this arrow. And I believe this arrow is still in play. I am still very bullish, and I have no idea what's going to happen on Wednesday. I'm going to be in Florida. I'm taking up people's offers where I get, people that are capable in reaching out to me, that I believe have, I need to relax a little bit. So when someone says, hey, Tone, I got a house by a lake down a little south of Tampa, and just come down and hang out, barbecue, got the big green egg, got a boat. I don't fish, but maybe maybe that's a good afternoon to spend. So I'm gonna go and stay at a stranger's house for a few days. I don't mind doing that. I am not scared. I am never scared of citizens. I'm only scared of three-letter agencies with a gun and a badge. That's the only thing that scares me, not citizens, which is why I tweet out where I'm going to be. Speaking of where I'm going to be, and I have not, now I have to go to Twitter. So let's pull up Twitter real quick before I forget. Tonight, I am in Houston, and I will be enjoying Latin night at a club called Volt. I'm not normally a club guy, but one of the minority owners is a big fan, and so he invited me. We're gonna go. I don't like to take advantage. We'll pay for our drinks, and if we get a bunch of people, maybe they'll get us a table in the corner. We'll have to pay for a bottle. I'm gonna enjoy Latin night. So if you're in Houston, come out. The address is right there. This is brand new. It only opened on New Year's Eve, and then they only had like last weekend or 2 weekends ago. It was like their first official opening. So they are fairly new. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the vault. So this is Sunday, January 17th, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So come join me. This is where I will be. Hey, Julia. Hey, Arson ran in here and he got caught on camera a little bit. Is that okay?
You're gonna have to delete your whole show.
Yes.
It's okay.
All right. Just check. I can blur him out. Decided to.
For like a second.
Yeah.
I just don't want any real deep fakes made out of myself.
Yeah. We'll blur him out. Wasn't that much. I turned the camera to right away. Okay. So come out tonight to vote. All right. Here is so that's it on a daily chart. We are just bullish. We are simply bullish right now. As long as the candle stays that way, I am bullish. I bought the dips over here somewhere, and then I think I bought this dip over here as well on Friday. Like I don't have the option to buy more today because it's GBTC. So I'm still optimistic into month end, and let's see if we can break the all-time high fairly soon. I'm like 2 newsletters behind by Willy Woo. I hope he's bullish as well. Tone, do you still stand by your statement that Ethereum won't reach new all-time high? I believe 1400 USD and is no. I have to walk away from that. Ethereum probably will reach new all-time high because I didn't expect Bitcoin to go up this quickly, this much, and people are still stupid. So Ethereum will probably go to, like, if Bitcoin goes to 50,000, Ethereum can go to 2,000. Ethereum just needs more time for people to realize how dumb it is, and it will then, it'll continue to depreciate against Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin starts rising this fast, Ethereum can reach new all-time high in USD terms, but not in Bitcoin terms. Like Ethereum, I don't believe will ever beat its all-time high in relation to Bitcoin. So do I have Ethereum versus Bitcoin? I do. So I don't expect Ethereum to break 0.15, but it is very possible for Ethereum to break 1600. So I'm not anticipating Ethereum breaking the all-time high versus Bitcoin. There's just Ethereum is infinitely inflated and Bitcoin isn't. Just a simple answer. And Bitcoin is more useful, so it answers all your questions. GBTC took a big hit on Friday. I was able to get it near the lows, but hopefully others did as well. For a second. Okay. Hourly chart. The hourly chart was looking very bad this morning. In fact, we broke the support line, which is very, very unfortunate. Broke the support line. Not something I want to see. But we recovered. We recovered nicely. You guys know my thoughts on Ethereum. Ethereum is looking bullish. I believe it will probably break out of that triangle. I think now with the deplatforming of Twitter and Facebook and all the others, There'll be a lot of scams going on about how my Ethereum-based token is going to save you with decentralization. And even though they're all lies, I think that's going to drive Ethereum a little bit higher. People think that it can, help them with censorship. And I can see those, rumors flying left and right, causing speculation in Ethereum. The hourly chart of Ethereum is actually holding up better than Bitcoin's. Ethereum is almost next to new swing high, which could also serve as a leading indicator for Bitcoin. If people are speculating on Ethereum ahead of Bitcoin, Bitcoin will certainly rise as well. The break of this high is definitely bullish for the price of Ethereum. Look, if you're holding Ethereum, great. Make the money, sell it, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is obviously falling, mostly due to Ethereum, actually. Gold did not perform well. This is a very bearish looking look for gold going into Monday. S&P 500 took a bit of a nosedive on Friday. Let's see what happens. I have a feeling the markets are going to not do well next week. Just a feeling. No TA on that one. There's no TA right now. Right now, I would stay out of the stock market because of the uncertainty that's going to take place on Wednesday with the inauguration. I want to keep this video short, guys. That's almost it for me. How many viewers do we have right now? We have 1,300 viewers. Damn. All right, maybe I'll stick around and do some questions. That's way more than I expected, to be honest with you. Once again, this is my Mastodon account, at Vays, at bitcoinhackers.org. It's weird that it's bitcoinhackers.org, even though it's Mastodon. Like, how do you know that it's Mastodon? Like, I don't know how do people find this stuff. So I think the better option is Gab. And even though Gab works like crap because their servers are overloaded. Thank you to the person, I don't want to name names. Thank you to the person that secured Tone Vays for me years ago and was able to reach out and get it for me. I still think if Gab wants to compete, they need to lock up any Twitter handle that has more than 10,000 subs. Any Twitter handle with over 10,000 subs, the people at Gab should, I'm not going to check my messages right now. People at Gab should lock that up and offer it to those people if they can prove that they own the Twitter handle and maybe the domain and of the same name. And that's how you get a Joe Rogan. That's how you get, the movie stars. That's how you'll get, companies to migrate over. Because why would a company, why would Joe Rogan migrate over? Some guy gets Joe Rogan, is now demanding $5 million from Joe Rogan to give up the Joe Rogan Gab handle. So Gab needs to preemptively lock these handles up of prominent people. I think a good cutoff is 10,000 Twitter followers, maybe 5,000, and let them prove it that it's their handles and they can get it. All right, guys, I am going to keep this short unless there are any good questions from Danny. Tone, do you know what DeFi is? Of course, I know what DeFi is. All of the current innovation is in DeFi is happening on Ethereum. There is no innovation in DeFi. It's just the old school banking, same tricks, but with a scam coin. There is no innovation that is known as DeFi. There's zero innovation there. In fact, it's usually backwards. It's less innovative. Do you think we go back near all-time highs? Can we break in a double top? Oh, yeah, I am. Of course, I think that. What are your thoughts on forced vaccinations? I forget forced vaccinations. My thoughts on vaccinations are they're atrocious. If you want to know about vaccinations, if you go to my Twitter profile, and I should probably send this out again. If you scroll down, wow, I guess I've been tweeting a lot. Where is it? This. If you want to know about vaccinations, you have to watch this video. You absolutely have to watch this video. If you want to educate yourself and your family on vaccination, the COVID vaccine, you absolutely must watch this. I will actually retweet it. I think I should retweet this once a week, every Sunday. I'm going to retweet my own tweet, which I almost never do. And so it's now at the top of my Twitter. This is a must watch. Wait, where did it go? If I just retweeted it, where is it? There it is. This is an absolute must watch video about vaccines. I don't even want to take a PCR test. I'm really screwed. I can't go anywhere anymore. I'm done. I can't leave the US at the moment because even if I could go somewhere, they're going to demand a PCR test. And I'm not, and I don't want to take one. I can drive into Mexico now. I can no longer fly into Mexico because the US is going to demand me to take a PCR test. I can probably fly into Mexico, but I would have to drive back from Mexico, or I'd have to cross the border like by foot or something. But I refuse to take the PCR exam, and I will never ever take that vaccine. They are experimental. They are experimental, and they don't even do anything. Like they already said that they don't. Like that. It's such bullshit. Well, like if you get the vaccine, you will still have to do all this other crap, like wear a mask and take the PCR test and everything. Like it's this whole thing has been so frustrating, so frustrating. I can't keep up with the insanity of the news anymore. I really can't. Speaking of insanity of the news, like 5 people sent me this article, and what I don't even know what this is. The bit short inside crypto's doomsday machine. Like this already sounds like a dumb thing to read, but everyone is like sending me this article. It's a 22-minute read, which means for me it's an hour and 22-minute read. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to it, but everyone seems to be sending it around. It's See, now that the American gloom and doom is actually becoming true, everyone is talking about Bitcoin gloom and doom. People are just silly. I'm just buying more Bitcoin. Funding rate. Let's take a look at the funding rate. It's actually important. The funding rate looks beautiful. The funding rate looks awesome. It makes me more bullish about my Bitcoin position. You're basically taking an experimental drugs that doctors are scared will just watch this. I can't believe this is still on YouTube. Is it still on YouTube? Because she's basically explaining how she would never recommend it as a doctor, and not just her, like the entire America's frontline doctor. There's like hundreds of doctors. They would never recommend this vaccine to anyone under 50. And they're saying no woman of childbirth age who plans to have children should ever take that vaccine. That's basically what she's saying. When I watched this video, by the way, it only had like 3,000 views when I watched it. Thank God. I'm so happy that it's up to 500,000, at least almost 600,000. At least 600,000 people are now informed of what a vaccine, of what an experimental vaccine can do to you. In the meantime, I'm arguing with Peter McCormick, who I now see as a communist, and I want nothing to do with him. You can look at the Twitter threads. Yeah, my Twitter is blowing up. I have no intention of debating him on his own channel over it. The guy goes to Venezuela, documents their destruction in Venezuela, and then talks about how show me the evidence of election fraud when literally the software used to elect Joe Biden was funded by Chavez himself. Maybe you should spend a little less time showing the devastation of Venezuela and more time on identifying how it happened. Election fraud. That's how it happens. Dumb people vote in a socialist who then cheats to stay in power forever.
John, you want some coffee?
Yes, please. So anyway, it's just very frustrating to deal with this nonsense now. I'm like, I'm going to be off Twitter soon, so I won't care for any of these people. Everyone's going to be like, I'm probably going to take my Twitter private. I'll take my Twitter private so that I don't have to deal with nonsense, like unfollow everyone, take it private, and those that follow me get to keep following me until they say something dumb and I just remove them. And then very few people will actually, then I'm going to just limit my followers to people that actually want to hear what I have to say. I mean, I think the dollar is in a dead cat bounce, and then the dollar is gonna collapse hard. People are losing confidence in the United States, and that's what causes hyperinflation eventually. But yeah, this is a must-watch video about the vaccines and about COVID itself. Absolute must-watch video. As for going on Peter's channel to debate him on the election stuff, he wants me to prove to him that the election was fraudulent. And that's not my job to prove to him that the election was fraudulent. It's like someone is asking me to prove to them that the earth is round. No, that's not my job to prove to you that the earth is round. I have better things to do to prove to you that the earth was round. If you don't get it, just keep walking. Prove to yourself that the earth was round. Just keep walking until you fall off the earth. There you go. Shouldn't be that hard. And go for it. When it comes to the election, I mean, it's over. Democrats cheated. Democrats won. And either, you fight to get your country back, or you just say, screw it, I'm done. And you leave. Those that, some Venezuelans stayed and fought for capitalism, but many left. And those that left, because the capitalism couldn't come back to Venezuela, because the cheaters kept getting reelected. I will say that Hugo Chavez did get fairly elected because the people were dumb, and they fairly elected a socialist communist leader. But after that, he was able to cheat going forward because these people cheat. Those are the real cheaters. Not that I mean the Bush winning in 2000 was also not good, but I don't think he cheated to win the election. They cheated to keep him president after the election. During the recount, there were shenanigans. But anyway, I'm gonna get into the weeds here. But I'm not gonna spend all of next month compiling and doing research on evidence to prove to Peter McCormick that there was cheating that he's not even going to believe in anyway. So I want to spend that time researching where I want to live, assuming I'm ever allowed out of the country because of COVID. And by the way, trying to find an article, trying to find evidence that the Dominion machines are using Smartmatic software is very challenging right now. They have scraped all of this evidence from if you try to Google Dominion machines or Smartmatic software and how it was used to cheat in the 2020 election, you can't find it. Google has scraped it. I had to go back to 2013 to find an article that talked about, look at the article. Venezuela's upcoming election won't be any fairer than the last one. And guess what they're talking about? Smartmatic. Here it is. Okay. The Smartmatic machines were Venezuela's first experience with electronic voting And the skepticism was recently compounded by the introduction of an additional machine, which literally means fingerprint catcher. So, look, Chavez funded this software. This software was used in the Minion machines. Why is it so difficult for people to understand? Like here's an example of how dumb the average person on Twitter is. Where is he? I may have to go to my tweets and replies. Like, this is why it's so frustrating to argue with these people. So, tweets and replies. I didn't want to reply to this guy saying, "Here, this idiot." So here, dumb Vays. I thought it was the Minion. What happened? They updated the COVID script for last week, and I said the Minion is the machine. The Minion's a machine company. Smartmatic is the software. It is very, very difficult to understand the concept that HP, which stands for Hewlett Packard, and Dell are laptops that are running Windows software. Do you see the difference? This Nick guy, do you see the difference between software and machine? I know it's a hard concept. And he actually replied. Where's his reply? So basically, you are saying that since the whole Dominion thing was bullshit, the new boogeyman buzzword is Smartmatic. So he still doesn't get it. He still doesn't get it that you can have a machine manufacturer that is running another company's software. He still doesn't get it. Like, the concept of Windows running on a Dell machine continues to be foreign. And this is why I can't take Twitter anymore. Awesome. Yeah. Johnny, thank you so much, man.
Enjoy.
And this is why it's frustrating. Meanwhile, Dominion itself was also on the did a lot of shady things, and the software they're running is doing shady things. And all of these things will always favor the socialist. They will always favor the socialist. They will never favor the capitalist. They will always cheat for the socialist because the socialist gives them more money than the capitalist. Pulling back this hour, let's less than a 4-hour chart. Man, 1,300 viewers. That's good. Like I said, I am off to Houston. If you guys want to come out and grab a drink, come to Latin Night at the Vault. It's pinned on my Twitter profile. I am cross-posting to BitcoinHackers.org Mastodon Federation as at Tom Vays. I am also cross-posting to Gab, also at Tom Vays. I was able to get the handle, so thank you for that. So you guys can find me on both of them. I already got 21 followers. Excellent. Maybe it's a few more now. This is a slow move to get off Twitter. Eventually, we're getting off Twitter. So Gab is working painfully slow. They're going to need a lot more servers. A lot. But like I said, it's so hard to even find evidence right now of the sketchiness surrounding the Dominion machines. Oh, the dollar. This is the Mexican peso. I'm loving the Mexican peso. See, now America doesn't want people going to foreign countries, so they're going to make it very difficult for Americans to come back. I was on a phone with my parents this morning. They're asking me when I will come visit them in New York, and my answer is, I don't know. I have zero plans to ever go back to visit my parents. I need to get them out of New York. I don't want to go back to that state ever. I never want to go back there. Still have a lot of friends there. I don't want to go to New Jersey either. I'm just, I mean, this is, New Jersey is the other one. They took away all the money from this gym member. Who is, by the way, this is a video of him talking about crypto. This is when you learn the unconfiscatability property of Bitcoin. When the government comes in and seizes all the money in your bank account. You learn the value of Bitcoin real quick. And if I go to Jerry, I'm happy to help him. I'm happy to fly in there and help him set up a Bitcoin wallet before some scammer gets to him and gets him to like buy Bitcoin Cash or something. I did that with Kim.com. You know, I flew out there, tried to explain Bitcoin to him, and I failed. Oh, by the way, this is your new president. Where is he? Man, or maybe someone sent it to me on. Hold on. It might have been. I think I know who sent it to me. No, I don't. Man, I get sent so many things, and a lot of them are cool, and I can't tweet them all out. It was basically a video of Biden not even knowing where he is, like completely. Like, I think Biden is mentally done. He has mentally checked out, and that's really bad. Man, I saw it like this morning, and it's really bad. I don't know the story about some pillow guy. Some pillow CEO. I have no idea what that's about. I saw that. I mean, people send me articles and interviews about that. Just can't keep up with it all. You know, it's hard. Really hard. Oh, this was the other thing. There is no more flu. The flu deaths are literally zero. The flu cases are literally zero. So frustrating. And they're not mutually exclusive, by the way. I have no idea what that is. Looking for that Biden video. Shoot. I don't know what this is either. What is this? That's that other story of like there's so much proof of election fraud. It's so frustrating that people just don't get it. Man, I wish I could find that Biden. It's like basically Biden finishes a 2-minute speech and then doesn't know which way to go to get off the stage. Americans didn't vote in Biden. What I said a year and a half ago, that Trump was going to win this election and break the record for the biggest gap between a reelected president and the incumbent and a challenger. I said Trump was going to break the record, U.S. historical record, and I still believe that would have been the case if every legitimate vote was counted. I think Trump would have won between 46 and 48 states, which could have included California. Man, I want to find that video of Biden. Man, no idea where it is. Too bad. Still looking for it. Someone sent it to me, but I don't know on which medium. So that happens often. So many different messengers, can never find them. Yeah. Hey, I'm not really doing one-on-one consulting. I kind of have that on my website. I kind of have it here, consulting, but it's not really set up for consulting. And these prices are definitely like a little bit out of hand now. Like I don't know. I just don't think you're gonna get the value. My consulting rate is really high, and like unless you're a very high net worth individual, I really don't want to. I don't really do one-on-one consulting anymore, but just try to reach out to me on how do you reach out to me? People are able to find me somehow. There's got to be a contact page somewhere on my website because people do contact me. The question is how? How do you contact me? I know it's there. I make it difficult for people to contact me, but they find a way. It's got to be on the homepage somewhere, right? There it is, contact form, right there. So you can use the contact form. I should not have shown that. Now I'm gonna get a million, like, I have to read these. I don't have an assistant. I do this all myself. So if you really, I mean, like, if you're gonna contact me for one-on-one consulting, please specify your current financial situation, because if you're spending, 10% of your life savings on a consulting call with me, I will not consult with you. Absolutely not. There's way better things you can do with that money than talk to me. Way better. Like anything would be better. Well, not a shitcoin. I'll take it over a shitcoin. Anyway, I'm bullish right now. Yes, that's a lower high. Yes, this could be another lower high. Yes, that's a lower low. But if you zoom out, that is still a higher. Like, this is a nice triangle. Ooh. Ooh, that's how triangles are made. Ah, nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. I like this. It's not exactly symmetric, but it's symmetric enough. It's symmetric in spirit. I like it. Can also raise this up. Lower that a smidge. I really like this. I really like this. So I think this is going to break out and break out hard. It'll pause. Maybe it might not even pause. I'm liking this triangle. The 4 hour, oh, this is the 4 hour. Yes. Yes. And the funding rate is beautiful. We're good to go, guys. I remain bullish going into Monday. Final note. Tomorrow night, Houston. It's a club, so plenty of room. Now, I try to do these in places that are big enough, where people can just show up. I don't want to do registrations. I think a table and a bottle goes for about 400. So if we can get, 4 or 5 people, we get a table. Enjoy Latin night. Come out. It's in the evening. I won't be there before 10. I'll probably be there around 11. And then the next day I fly to Tampa. Next weekend in Tampa, we're going to do the same thing. Maybe not a club, maybe just a bar. But if you're in Tampa, I'll tweet out where I am. I mean, I want to be social. I want to meet people. Like I said, I had an amazing time. Where is my profile? Here it is. We had such an amazing time. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Rudy. Rudy doesn't have a Twitter. But Ray and Paul, give these guys a follow. Give these guys a follow. Hopefully they'll start, saying something. They have incredible stories of, Paul speaks better Russian than I do, and he's American. Just started studying a few years ago. Ray's blind. He's a lawyer. You can see Paul is in a wheelchair. He's studying to be a doctor. And crypto changed their lives. It was really, really incredible. I had probably the best meetup I have ever been to in my life, anywhere in the world, just because I tweeted out where I was going to be having a drink. So this is not a good way to quit drinking, but it's an amazing way to meet some people. Oh, and Kiara's book. And absolutely follow Kiara. Get her book. This is the book I'm going to be shilling. I'm sorry, Jimmy Song. I'm sorry, Julia. I'm sorry, Saifuddin. This is the book I'm going to be shilling. Please get her book. click on Amazon, get the book, follow her on YouTube as well. This is my airplane reading myself, because this is for me. This is what the Understanding Bitcoin conference is about, and I will make sure she's a big part of that the next time we do this conference. So definitely give Kiara a follow. She's going to start making more videos. If she is basically Bitcoin education. If you wanted to know, this is the Bitcoin Understanding podcast. I'm now more motivated to start the Understanding Bitcoin podcast with Kiara, because she has an amazing ability to explain Bitcoin's technology in layman's terms to the average person. Absolutely awesome. Oh, also shout out to River. I met the CEO of River this weekend, but this is for more higher net worth people. This is not your $20 in Bitcoin. This is more for high net worth. Though it's also for $20. I think they have a service for higher net worth, but check it out. Hung out with him as well yesterday. I think their OTC is more for high net worth. They do have the regular one. Let me rephrase that. I wish I can cut that out. So this is a replacement for Coinbase. Don't buy from Coinbase. Don't buy from Cash App. Stop supporting Jack Dorsey. That's it. It's over. Stop supporting the Cash App. River is what I am going to start recommending as well. Up to this point, I've been recommending Cash App. And I'm going to start recommending River. Jimmy Song is recommending River. I'm going to start recommending River. I trust his expertise as well. So it's time to, deplatform Jack. It's time to deplatform Jack Dorsey. It's time to deplatform Mark Zuckerberg. It's time to make those moves. What would I consider high net worth? So for me, high net worth is someone that wants to buy upwards of $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, up to $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. If you have the capacity to buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, in my book, that is high net worth. But this is also for any purchases as well. They're OTC. If you want to go OTC private deals, you want to be higher net worth. Do they do KYC? I'm sure they do. They're an American company. I'm pretty sure they do KYC. I don't know. I just found out about it this weekend, so I'm new to it as well. But look, I want to support. This is why I'm now on Gab, and this is why I'm now on Mastodon, and why I am slowly gonna start removing myself from Twitter. Twitter needs to go. Twitter needs to go. Their censorship over the election, over COVID, is inexcusable and is not forgivable. It is time to get off Twitter. I don't care about my follow. I don't care about how many followers I have. It's time to get off Twitter. It's over. Oh, what's the website? It's just river.com. River.com. I can't believe they got that website. Amazing. Bitcoin price seems a little bit high. Maybe I didn't refresh it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. Now it seems a little bit low. What's going on? Is it high or is it low? No, it's accurate. Okay. What I'm doing is professional suicide. Maybe. I'm doing what's right. I always do what's right. Can I use River in the UK? I'm not sure. Guys, I'm not sure. I just found out about it yesterday. I'll try to do an interview with him. Maybe I'll do interviews again, but I really want to start focusing on the Understanding Bitcoin podcast, because I think at this point in Bitcoin's life cycle, the only thing that's important is understanding and securing your Bitcoin. I don't think anything else is important. You can figure out how to acquire Bitcoin, but I think understanding why you're acquiring it and understanding how to protect it is the most important thing to learn in this bull cycle. My goal between now and the next halving, I think I've now spent 4 years trying to educate about Bitcoin and away from shitcoins. And before I retire from the crypto space, I want my legacy to be helping people understand Bitcoin, just Bitcoin. And this is why I want to focus on understanding Bitcoin. Now, you don't get paid to teach understanding Bitcoin. It costs you money to do this. It's going to cost me a lot of money to do this. And unless Bitcoin is over $250,000 a piece, I'm still going to have to keep making some money teaching trading in order to finance the important things like understanding Bitcoin. So, yeah, I would love to meet the mayor of Florida, mayor of Miami. Sorry, not mayor of Florida. There's no mayor of Florida. There's the governor of Florida, and then there's the mayor of Miami. I would love to meet the mayor of Miami. I'm actually going to go down to Miami, and if I can meet the mayor of Miami somehow, that'd be awesome. So if you are watching me and you know the mayor of Miami, that would be incredible because I only have one goal. I have one goal if I ever get the meeting with the mayor of Miami, I have one goal: to do what I failed to do with Kim.com, to convince him not to buy into shitcoins. That is my one and only goal, to keep him away from shitcoins, all of them. And it's a very frustrating job. All right, that's it. I need to actually start getting ready for my flight. It's time to head off to Houston. And come on, guys, let's get Kiara to 1,000 subs. She deserves it. She really does. We have 1,000 people watching. We have over 1,000 people watching. Check out her videos. She's been in Bitcoin for a long time, and she really understands it. So check it out. And get her book. She has a book. That's it. That's it for me. Keep looking at Bitcoin. I still gotta implement a private Zoom after these shorter version of price analysis for people to ask questions. Still bullish, but there's a but coming. If we break below 33,000, I will now try to sell my condo quicker to load up on Bitcoin in the 20,000s. I find it very hard to believe that Bitcoin is going to break down in this triangle. I find that very hard to believe. I remain bullish. I was a little bit optimistic on these targets when we were rising. I did call this top on a 4-hour scale perfectly. I bought in. Well, I didn't buy it. I anticipated a 1 to 4 candle correction, then up. We kept going lower. And it would have been nice to catch an MRI buy, and we didn't. And right now, we're probably going to reset to the upside. We're not going to get that MRI buy, unfortunately, on the 4-hour chart. And on the 1-hour chart, we missed the MRI buy here as well, I believe. Let's wait. Let's see. I don't believe it in MRI buy. We did not. We missed it by a couple of candles. So we just came up short on our perfect MRI buys, like this one. But that's okay. This was a nice reversal in the middle of the night. And up we go. Oh, I have people texting me that they're in DC. I thought about going to DC for the 20th, but I don't need to be on a list. My life of travel is complicated enough as it is. I did my best trying to support the right future for America on the 6th of January. and we failed. So we'll see what happens now. Hey guys, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go spend the last couple of hours with Julia's geese and chickens and my friends, and I will see some of you tonight in Houston, Texas. Come out to the vault. We'll have a drink, and Latin night should be fun. Hope you know how to dance salsa. All right, guys. Talk to you all